Hey Lakers fans, we need to talk about Theo because this kid has been one of the most intriguing stories of the season even before he stepped foot on an NBA court. From the moment he was drafted, people have been buzzing about what he could bring to this team, and honestly, it makes sense. He's young, he's athletic, and he has that versatility that every team dreams of, especially a Lakers team that's looking for an injection of energy and defensive prowess on the floor. We haven't gotten a chance to see him in action yet during the regular season. He didn't play in the summer league, he wasn't on the court during the preseason, and that leaves a lot of people wondering, how much of an impact can he actually make once he starts getting minutes? The expectations are there, because on paper, he seems to have everything you would want from a two-way player. He's got the physical tools, standing around 6'7", 6'8", with a wingspan that just seems to go on forever, and an absurd vertical leap that allows him to attack the rim in ways most rookies just can't. But it's not just about the tools. It's also about what he can do with them. The scouts who evaluated him coming out of college pointed to him as one of the most NBA-ready defenders in the draft class. People compared him to guys like Jared Vanderbilt, though they say he's got better finishing ability, which is a huge deal because finishing through contact and around the rim can be a real challenge for rookies adjusting to the speed and physicality of a league. And we've seen what someone like Vanderbilt can do for this Lakers team. That energy, that defensive versatility, the ability to switch across positions. It's exactly what this team has been missing in certain stretches of games, especially when the opposing team tries to exploit mismatches on the perimeter. When you watch the Lakers play without their stars on the floor, like LeBron James or Austin Reeves, or even Luka Dončić in certain situations, you notice just how much the team relies on athleticism to cover gaps. Games like the one against the Atlanta Hawks really put that into perspective. Sure, having superstars like LeBron or DeAndre Jordan on the court can hide some deficiencies, but the team clearly benefits from having those high-energy, two-way players who can chase down loose balls, rotate on defense, and hit open shots when needed. Theo fits into that mold perfectly. He's not expected to come in and drop 20 points a night or suddenly carry the offense, but he can provide exactly what this team has been missing. That burst of athleticism, defensive pressure, and versatility in short bursts that can shift the momentum of a game. Even in limited minutes, someone like him can change the way the Lakers defend, how they run their rotations, and how they attack in transition. He's the kind of player who can come in, play 10 or 15 minutes, and completely alter the dynamic of a matchup. Now, I want to be clear, Theo is a rookie. We shouldn't expect him to single-handedly transform the Lakers into a championship team overnight. The reality is that experience matters, especially once playoff basketball hits, and rookies often need time to adjust to the pace, the physicality, and the mental demands of an 82-game season. But over the course of the season, even if he's not a regular in the rotation by playoff time, the value he can provide during those stretches is massive. Imagine having a player who can take over certain defensive assignments, chase rebounds, pressure the ball, and give your stars a breather without the drop in performance. That's exactly the type of role Theo could fill, and it's the kind of contribution that doesn't always show up in highlight reels, but is absolutely crucial for a team chasing a championship. In terms of development, Theo has been progressing well. Reports have shown him performing windmill dunks, participating in G League practice sessions, and gradually getting back into basketball shape after his initial recovery. The team has been cautious, which makes sense. They don't want to rush him back and risk injury, but the anticipation is building for when he finally gets the green light to step onto the court. If he returns on this upcoming road trip, even in limited minutes, it could be a turning point. The Lakers have back-to-back games against teams like the Pelicans and the Bucks, which presents a unique opportunity to manage minutes, strategically insert him into the lineup, and start getting him acclimated to NBA competition without overwhelming him. Even 10 minutes to start is huge because it gives him a chance to find his rhythm, understand the pace, and start showcasing the skills that made him such a highly touted defensive prospect. Theo's skill set is really exciting because he's more than just a defender. He's a slasher. He moves without the basketball. He crashes the boards, and he's relentless in pursuing loose balls. That hustle element, combined with his natural athleticism, makes him a player who can impact games in ways that aren't always reflected in the box score. And defensively, his potential to guard multiple positions, from 1 through 4, and occasionally even 5, adds layers to the Lakers' rotation that they haven't had consistently. Think about the impact when you can rotate between him and a guy like Jared Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt thrives in short bursts, typically 3 to 4 minutes at a time, giving maximum effort and energy. Imagine interchanging those two players, sometimes even putting them on the floor together, and suddenly you have two versatile, athletic defenders who can switch across multiple positions, cover the perimeter, protect the rim, and contribute to fast breaks. That's a level of flexibility that's invaluable in today's NBA. Offensively, there's room for growth, particularly in his three-point shooting, but that's something that can develop over time. The foundation is there, finishing at the rim, attacking closeouts, and playing within the flow of the team. If he can refine that outside shot, the Lakers could have a future starting three in him, especially alongside rising backcourt stars like Luka and Austin Reeves. The combination of defensive versatility, athleticism, and developing offensive skills makes him exactly the type of complementary piece that championship-caliber teams are built around. Even if his role this season is more modest, coming off the bench to provide energy, defend, and hit open shots, his presence can elevate the team's overall performance, helping the Lakers survive an 82-game grind while keeping their stars fresh for the playoffs. The Lakers are already an exciting team, and adding a player like Theo only amplifies that. He embodies everything that modern NBA teams crave: athleticism, length, versatility, and high basketball IQ. Whether it's chasing rebounds, rotating on defense, or attacking gaps in transition, he's capable of impacting the game in multiple ways. And while expectations should be tempered given his rookie status, there's no denying the excitement surrounding his potential. We've seen rookies step in and immediately change the trajectory of teams before, and Theo has the tools to do something similar, even if it's in a very specific, role-based capacity. The hope is that as he gains experience, minutes, and confidence, he'll become an essential part of this Lakers team, providing exactly the type of energy and defensive capability that complements the stars and keeps the team competitive night in and night out. Looking ahead, the Lakers' upcoming stretch of games could be the perfect environment for Theo to start carving out his role. With back-to-back matchups against teams like the Pelicans and the Bucks, there's a lot of strategic flexibility for the coaching staff. These types of games are ideal for integrating a rookie like him, allowing him to ease into NBA minutes without the pressure of being the focal point. Even if he's only on the court for 10 to 15 minutes at a time, those minutes are incredibly valuable for a young player learning how to read the game, adjust to the speed of professional basketball, and figure out where he fits within the team's rotations. It's not just about raw athleticism. It's about understanding spacing, timing rotations, when to help, when to recover, and how to navigate the physicality of the NBA without getting worn out too quickly. Theo's presence also gives the Lakers coaching staff some serious options in terms of defensive schemes. The versatility to guard multiple positions is a luxury that teams rarely get, and the Lakers could exploit that in a number of ways. Whether it's switching on pick and rolls, guarding the perimeter against quick wings, or helping protect the rim, his skill set allows for multiple lineup combinations. Imagine a scenario where he's rotated in with Vanderbilt or DeAndre Jordan. The team suddenly has a front line of athletes who can switch seamlessly, crash the boards, and apply full court pressure without sacrificing defensive integrity. It's exactly the kind of depth that championship teams need, especially over a long season when injuries, fatigue, and strategic adjustments play such a huge role in outcomes. Offensively, Theo doesn't need to be a primary scorer to make a significant impact. His ability to move without the ball, cut to the basket, and attack closeouts allows the team to maintain offensive fluidity even when the primary scorers are resting. He's a player who can create opportunities for others, whether it's drawing a defender and opening a lane for Reeves or finding Luka on the perimeter. And while his three-point shot is still developing, the potential is there. Once he becomes a more consistent threat from distance, his value skyrockets because then he's not just a defensive specialist. He's a two-way weapon who can stretch the floor and punish teams for overcommitting defensively. That kind of progression takes time, but the foundations are incredibly promising. One of the most exciting aspects of Theo's game is his ability to inject energy at critical moments. The Lakers have relied on short, explosive bursts from players like Vanderbilt, and Theo offers a similar capability. Those 3 to 4 minute windows where a player goes all out on defense, crashes every rebound, and attacks the basket relentlessly can completely change the momentum of a game. And the beauty is that Theo can play alongside these players, creating lineups with unprecedented athleticism and versatility. You could rotate him with Vanderbilt, sometimes have them both on the court together, and suddenly the Lakers have a defense that can switch across all positions, contest every shot, and recover quickly on transitions. That's exactly the kind of impact that doesn't always get captured in box scores, but is absolutely critical over the course of a long season. In addition to defensive versatility, Theo brings a unique energy to the team that goes beyond measurable stats. The way he hustles for loose balls, pressures ball handlers, and constantly moves without the basketball adds a dynamic layer to the Lakers' pace. That effort translates into second chance points, transition opportunities, and turnovers, elements that can swing tight games in the Lakers' favor. It's the kind of contribution that veteran players like LeBron recognize immediately, because even if Theo isn't the primary playmaker, he enhances everything around him. That's the hallmark of a player who can grow into a key role, improving the performance of teammates just by being on the floor. Another aspect to consider is how Theo fits into the Lakers' long-term strategy. If he continues to develop his three-point shot and hones his offensive instincts, he could be positioned as a cornerstone of the team's future rotation. Paired with Luka and Austin Reeves in the backcourt, he provides the complementary skills necessary to build a championship-caliber squad. These are the kinds of players every contender wants: versatile, defensively capable, and capable of contributing without dominating the ball. He could very well become the type of player that the team relies on to maintain consistent performance night in and night out, while giving the stars the ability to play at their peak during critical stretches. It's also worth noting the psychological boost a player like Theo can provide. For a team chasing a championship, knowing that you have multiple players capable of contributing at a high level, even in bursts, creates confidence across the roster. Coaches can design rotations without fear of collapse, and teammates can trust that when they're resting or on the bench, the floor remains competitive. That trust and depth are invaluable in a league where few plays can decide playoff outcomes. Theo is at the stage where building that trust through practice, G League games, and limited NBA minutes is crucial, and it seems like the Lakers are managing that process with care, which bodes well for his long-term development. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, there's a buzz echoing through the basketball world, whispers from Slovenia to Los Angeles, from insider circles to late-night talk shows. Could the Lakers really be eyeing the next Luka Dončić? The name surfacing again and again in quiet conversations is Klavžar, a 20-year-old Slovenian guard whose blend of skill, flair, and fearlessness has scouts murmuring that he might just be the next big European export. Klavžar, who came up through Real Madrid's famed youth system and made waves with his sharp shooting and court vision, has long been seen as one of Slovenia's most promising young talents. Those close to the Lakers' front office suggest that interest in him isn't new. It's been simmering since his breakout performances in international tournaments. Now, with the team reportedly exploring ways to inject fresh energy into their backcourt, that interest may finally be turning into something tangible. Observers describe Klavžar as a player with the swagger of Dončić and the discipline of a seasoned veteran. He sees the floor like he's got a map in his head. One European scout was overheard saying. Another added, "He's not Luka, but he's got that same Slovenian confidence, that quiet fire." The comparison to Dončić might be unfair, even premature, but it's inevitable. Both share the same homeland, both rose through the Spanish League, and both possess that unique ability to slow down the game while everyone else seems to be moving at full speed. And if there's one thing the Lakers have never shied away from, it's a touch of star power mixed with a story that captures the imagination of fans. For now, no official talks have been confirmed. But in the shadowy world of basketball rumors, silence often speaks the loudest. Could the Lakers really be preparing to bring in a new Slovenian sensation? If the chatter around training facilities and agent circles is to be believed, Urban Klavžar might just be packing his bags for Los Angeles sooner than anyone expects. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.